Classes have just resumed at Portland State University this semester. Oregon's largest urban university has an enrollment of just over 20,000 students, with 86% of those students from the state of Oregon. Founded in 1946, PSU is very much a part of the conversation about Portland's comeback. As you know, PSU's motto is, "Let knowledge serve the city." Portland State University President Ann Cudd returns to Eye on Northwest politics. She joined PSU in August of 2023. Thanks for coming back to Eye on Northwest politics.
Well, thank you for having me, Ken. It's great to be here.
Well, when President Trump announced the mobilization of the National Guard here in Portland, you sent out a letter to the campus community rejecting the deployment, praising the coalition of leaders, quote, reminding us that our city is safe, peaceful, and vibrant. And I can assure you that we are closely tracking the situation, coordinating with our partners at the City of Portland and the Governor's Office, and we'll do everything we can to keep our community safe and thriving. Why'd you feel the need to write that letter to the campus community?
Yes, well, over the weekend, at the end of last week, there was a lot of news about President Trump deploying troops to Portland or threatening to do so. And so we wanted to make sure that our families felt safe, that our students felt safe, and wanted to reassure them that we were keeping an eye on things, that we will do what we can to protect them. You know, we have to remember that the ICE facility is the main focus for protest activity, and it is 2 miles from our campus. So we haven't seen anything on our campus, but I wanted to make sure that everybody felt that we were on top of things and monitoring the situation and still prepared to keep our campus safe.
What kind of feedback have you gotten from the campus community since this announcement has been made?
Right. I think it's been good feedback. That is, they feel reassured. We had party in the park yesterday. It was a little rainy, I guess, but other than that, it was well attended. There were no protests or anything like that. So I feel like the campus feels pretty secure for right now. We are closely monitoring the situation. I understand that President Trump, even this morning, tweeted out something about troops being deployed, but we haven't actually seen anything. But we are keeping close contact with the city, the governor's office, and so forth, so we will know if there is anything happening in that regard.
A lot of the national media is concentrating on some of these statements that are being made, and it's really affecting the perception of the city. Even though we know there haven't been riots, you know, a lot of people question the reason for the deployment in the first place. You have a real interest in Portland's reputation. Just talk about what PSU, what your role is in terms of development in the city and developing the city's reputation back to where it should be.
Yeah, well, we are Oregon's Urban Research University, and we have the name Portland in our name. And so we feel that we have a lot at stake with the resurgence of downtown Portland, and so we are doing what we can to drive that. We feel that we're intricately connected to the fate of downtown Portland. And so we want to make sure that it's a great city for our students to live, work, play, and for all citizens to do so. So we're doing a number of things to help drive that resurgence. We're for one thing, you know, working on the vibrancy of campus and the vibrancy of the city. We're having our homecoming game back in Portland, for example, on November 15th. We're playing the Montana Grizzlies, and we hope to really pack the stadium. But we're also engaging in lots of placemaking activities.
You've got a number of development projects that are in the works right now.
Absolutely. We have a new building going up on the South Park blocks. That's the Schnitzer School of Art, History, and Design. It's a mass timber building, like the airport, and it is going to be fantastic. We also are looking towards soon starting construction of a new student housing that would be a 500-bed student housing building. That will be also on the park blocks. And then, of course, we're really excited about the signature project, which is the Performing Arts and Culture Center that we are planning towards building with the city, in partnership with the city. And that's going to be an exciting Broadway-capable theater, as well as a smaller theater and smaller performance spaces for local arts industries.
Now, Portland State is one of 5 universities that has been targeted by the Trump administration for alleged anti-Semitism. The Education Department opened an investigation into how PSU handled student-led protests over the war in Gaza last year. What's the status of that? Where are you with that now?
Yeah, so we've cooperated fully with the request for data, for information from the Office of Civil Rights, just as we always do when there are such complaints or things that go on, which is, you know, I don't want to say a normal part of business, but it does happen occasionally, and people have the right, after all, to make complaints. So we've been cooperating with them. And we haven't heard anything back since those investigations have begun. So we're, you know, sort of in a waiting game when it comes to that. But I will say that we have been engaging since even before that investigation was announced or anything in doing things to help our Jewish students and faculty and staff feel safe on our campus, because we recognize that there is a rise in anti-Semitism around the country, and that is something we want to address. And we want, just like we want to have all of our students and faculty and staff feel safe and feel that they're welcome on our campus. So we've been engaging with things like the Brandeis Summer Anti-Semitism Institute to have trainings, and we're actually going to bring those trainings to our campus and share them with other local universities.
Have you changed any of your DEI policies or curriculum in response to administration concerns?
No, we have not. We are complying with all civil rights laws. We do not discriminate against people based on race or gender or national origin or any of those protected categories. And none of our policies, you know, had that happening. We do provide resources for different communities so that they feel that they belong and they're welcome. We have resource centers, but those are open to every student. We have programs to help low-income students, for example, but those are, again, open to any student regardless of race, gender, national origin. We have not changed any of our policies, and you know, we regard diversity as our strength. We are Oregon's most diverse public university, and we're proud of that, and we believe that it really strengthens our classroom environment and our innovative and research capabilities.
Last thing, you are a research university, you mentioned that. How are you dealing with the loss of federal research dollars? How have they impacted Portland State?
Yeah, so we have, they've had a pretty significant impact. Recently we heard that our ANAPISI, that's Asian American, Native American, Pacific Islander Serving Institution grant, which was a 5-year grant for $2 million, was canceled, was terminated. All of the minority serving institution grants were ended, were terminated, and that's really very sad for us. However, we're doing what we can to continue to serve that population because it's an important population for us. And again, diversity is our strength. We also have had over 25, I think it's 26 grants terminated that were in progress. So we had, there were stop work orders or termination orders issued, which totals $7.8 million in loss of grant funding. And so that is a significant loss of funding. Again, we're doing what we can to support those investigators who want to continue their work, who are, you know, to enable them that to happen. But we're very concerned about what the future will bring in terms of new proposals being sought or solicited and funded by the federal government.
PSU President Ann Cudd, thank you for coming back to Eye on Northwest Politics, and good luck with this academic year.
Great. Thank you for having me.